What about a while loop? Imagine we get a number. Imagine we get a number from a user. We don't actually know what it is. And we want to count down to 1. So we basically want to count down while a number is greater than 0. So let's imagine we're going to print a number, and then we're going to reduce the number by 1, so -1. So we're going to get a number and we're not sure what it is. We're just going to use 5 here, and we're going to use this while loop. So we've got the word while, we've got a condition, a bit like the if statement. We've got number is greater than 0. So it means that if this is true, we're going to do what's underneath. Let's also do print end so we can see when it's finished. So we know with our previous code, when we see this gap, this indentation at the beginning, it means we do this when this is true. The thing that's different with the while loop is it will keep going on forever unless you make sure it comes out. So we need to get out of the loop. Now if we keep taking off one of a number, it will eventually be 0 or less. So we know we're going to come out this while loop. But you have to be careful when you use this while loop to make sure you can come out. So let's run this code. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. End. If we do the big number, let's say 50, we've got 50 down to 1. End. So if we put a minus number in, let's try -1. It doesn't do anything. It just says end. Because this part is not true, it didn't do the code underneath. So it will only do the loop if this code is true. So it's a bit like an if statement that we used before. But remember, it will keep repeating as many times until this is not true. Let's have a look at another example. Imagine we just want to print something simple. Let's just print hello. And we're going to use, let's say, a counter. Let's say count equals 1. And we're just going to make count equal count plus 1. And we're going to do while count is, say, less than 10. Okay, so we're going to start off with a counter that starts at 1. The loop's going to happen because it's less than 1 is less than 10. It's going to print hello, and then we're going to add 1 to count. So it will go up to 9, and then it will end. Let's run that. You can see that it's printed hello 9 times. That's great. So this way we've used a counter. We can see the counter if you like. Print it. We've got 1 to 9. If you want to include 10, you could do greater than or equal to. Let's try that. You see now we've got 1 to 10 because we've got less than or equal to. Okay? So we've got the while loop, we've got this thing called a condition. Basically, if it's true, do the code. We can see the code because we've got this space, and then when the space is gone, we come out of the loop. Okay, what about using a Boolean? So we could say, let's say, keep going. Keep going equals true. So in our loop, we're going to say if keep going, and it's going to equal true, we're going to print count and say hello. Now, let's say we need to stop it somehow, so we could say if let's say the count is 10, then keep going equals false. Okay, shall we try this? Oh dear, let's make sure we spell it correctly, otherwise it won't work. Okay, let's try this. So we've got the same result, but once the count gets to 10, then the Boolean true or false changes from true to false, and then the while loop finishes because the true has changed to false. Okay, there's another way we can do this, and that's to use the word break. Break means come out of the loop completely. If we run this, you can see, so we've got if count equals 10, and this time it's breaking out. So here, when we had keep going equals false, we also printed the number 10. But when we use break, it comes straight out of the loop and it doesn't complete the code underneath. Can you see that? We've got here, we've got 10 hello when we change keep going to false, but here we've got 9 hello here. Okay, so we could have true, which is the Boolean. So we are going to run this loop until we break out of it. Okay, when we run, we can see once we get to this 10, it will break. If we wanted to actually get the counter to 10, we could put the code, the if statement, after the print. So in your code, be careful the order that you do things. So the print statement after the if gives us 9 hello, 1 to 9. Now with the print before, we've got 10 as well. So it's different. So how you alter your code makes a difference to how it runs and what the output is. Okay? Can you remember the code we used previously that had the if, elif and else? Can you remember that code? Well, let's use that with a while loop. Okay, so we've got a while loop, and I'm going to paste in that code. Let's imagine, we can put choice in here. Now we've got while true, we've got choice. Let's break out of the loop. So we can run this and it will say, oh, you need to enter A, B, C or D. Okay, so if we had choice input, and then we're going to ask the user, like, enter A, B, C or D. Now when we run this, we can see, let's enter A. You have chosen A. So when someone enters a letter A, B, C or D, if they enter something like here, enter E, the program finishes. But with the while loop, it could loop around forever until they put the correct choice in. So we don't want break at the end. You want break when they've chosen something correctly. So let's put in break with A, B, C and D. So we're going to run this, enter A, B, C or D. How about E? No. How about A and B? No. How about yes? Oh, how about don't know? Oh dear. We have to enter A, B, C or D. If we enter C, you've chosen C and we've come out of the loop.